We went shopping for flowers for Dad's grave. Grandma's got an eye for picking out some really pretty flowers and putting them together, and we wanted it to be, patriotic.
He went through his basic, then he went to school to teach electricity while he was in the United States. And then when he went to Germany, he did electrical work on the airplanes, checked them over before they flew off. He was over there, I think, about 2 years.
Dad had a flag that the people at the cemetery had put on all the veterans' graves, so it was really neat to see that.
When he was a young man, he did a little carpentry work. When we came to South Carolina, we bought the property, and then we decided to build a house. So we had it all cleaned off. This was all in trees, pine trees. So he laid all the blocks, and he did all the wood, putting it up, rough, put the ceiling and roofing. Then after he retired, he built the apartment over the garage by himself. He had gone through safety, and then he cut his finger off. That's one thing that he said, they're not going to throw my finger away. But he said, I know better than to do what I done.
It's harder for us left behind being able to, go to the cemetery, have a place to go and pay your respects, and then putting flowers on, for like the different seasons. But it's helpful because, that's your way, you're still taking care of that person even though they've passed on.
I went to the mailbox and I brought the mail, and I laid it on the bed. And he was asleep. And so I went off to do something else. And so I come back, and he's awake. And he always liked to look at the Harbor Freight because it had tools in it, the paper. And I says, well, I looked and I says, honey, I said, can you read that? And he says, yeah, I can read it. And he said, I said, well, did you not know you had it upside down? He said, well, I guess I have. But he said, I can read it anyway. And I said, I don't think you can. And he started laughing. And I said, well, I said, you just go ahead and read. And he turned it back up the other way.
Well, serving your country is a big deal, especially to those that actually served. And I think that Dad would be proud of the fact that, we go out there and put the flowers on, and to have his American flag that the cemetery people put out on Memorial Day. I think that would make him proud that, even though he's gone, we're still remembering what he did